We spoke to Mike a moment ago about the drama this morning. We had lots of drama here yesterday in the 2 East top 10.
Grice was the first gun to run in the HRT 93 Spec Commodore, but his exit at Hell Corner was not according to the manual. The excursion split the front air dam, but the honourable member for Broadwater still nailed down a respectable lap of 2:16.215. Peter Perfect followed in the mobile machine, and as you would expect, he was neat and tidy, though lacking a little grunt down Conrod Straight. 2:16.459 was not too shabby, unless, of course, your name was Brock.
Very poor time. Tyres a bit cold. Need a few more laps, I think, to get them warm, but oh well, that's the way it goes.
Much was expected from Klaus Nietzwitz in the Alan Moffat Synovus Vitamin Sierra, but he unfortunately made a couple of errors and they cost him dearly. 2 minutes 16.943 means he'll start from row 5 today. And keeping him company will be the exuberant Tony Longhurst in the B&H BMW. He was 5th fastest on Friday, but without the benefit of a draft, slipped back to 9th. Still a marvellous effort.
Oh mate, I got a good tow from Larry yesterday, but listen, I'm wrapped. That's a good lap for me.
Last year's front row man, Mark Gibbs, was deceptively fast in the GAO Nissan GTR. He cut a smooth lap of 2:16.168 and will start from the outside of the 3rd row. Holden Racing Team came to the mount with 2 new VP Commodores, and this man made sure he delivered the goods. Thomas Mazzara howled around the track in 2:16.028 to be 5th fastest on the Panorama pole queue. The real cheers on the day, though, were reserved for Glenn Seton in the lone Falcon EB V8. His Peter Jackson Ford certainly looked the goods, and it delivered as well. The baby-faced assassin, the chaser of the Commodores, Glenn Seton.
He really is one of the great drivers in Australia. Still only a young bloke, 27 years of age. Seems like he's been driving forever. Had a few niggling problems with the car during the week. 1:11.40.
Ah, scorching.
Seton is really flying.
Coming down beneath the Bridgestone Bridge. Last corner comes up at the end of Subaru Straight for Glenn Seton. They're already cheering here, the fans. They got the checker at the ready as Glenn Seton punches it across the line to complete his first lap in the EB Falcon V8, the Peter Jackson entry here at Mount Panorama.
Well, he was a second faster than Thomas Mazzara across the top. Look at that. He's gone under by a mile. 2:14.971. If these 93 spec cars got some potential, look at that.
Yeah, I'm wrapped. The car was just absolutely fantastic. It's been a credit to the whole team. It's taken a long while, but we're there now.
Defending pole champ Mark Skaife was the popular pick to make it 2 from 2. His twin-turbo Winfield GTR charged up the mountain, but 1,500 kilos is a lot of weight to carry. Under the circumstances, his lap of 2:14.546 was a beauty, though not good enough to make the front row.
2:14.56, a little at what you would have been expecting.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, as I said before, with the Sierra, you can wind the boost up to get more straight line speed, so that's about as good as we could do.
Spectators have warmed to Larry Perkins since he blitzed the field in the recent Sandown 500. Yesterday, he silenced his critics with a marvellous lap in the Bob Jane T-Mart's Commodore. It may well be an early model VL, but Larry has a knack of coaxing more from a V8 than even the factory boys. Listen to the cheers up here. He's got a huge following here at Mount Panorama. A lot of Victorians here.
Just brushes the brakes, cuts the road down as short as he can. The crowd going berserk. Larry's a big favourite up here. Doing a superb job. 1:11.384. This will be a good lap from Larry.
Well, he's looking for a 2:14.5, 2:14.6, I'd reckon, but we'll see what happens when they stop the clock. Time about to come up. 2:14.431, spot on for Larry Perkins.
Yeah, that's as good as I could do. It felt very good. We got to keep it all together for tomorrow, but that's as good as I could do, and wait and see.
Dick Johnson's last pole win at Bathurst was in 1989. The history books show he went on to win the 2 East Classic that year. History might well repeat itself this weekend because he got the first leg of the double-up yesterday and with consummate ease. Fellow who has won the great race twice.
Swan song for the Sierras. Ooh, Johnson gets sideways under power. Enormous power these things generate when they get on the boost. Johnson riding it right on the limit. Shell team had a few engine problems early in the 1:10.91.
Outstanding. The fastest time to the top of the mountain.
This is a stunning time from Johnson. Are they getting some speed out of these things? Ross Stone came aboard the Shell team this year. Instigated a new suspension and engine development program. These cars really have been the highlight of the Ford Sierras in the Touring Car Championship. Johnson swings in hard on the brakes, maximum braking. He tries to squeeze every ounce of performance out of this car.
He's done a fabulous job. Tommy Smith and the boys at Shell be happy about this lap that Dick Johnson is cutting at Mount Panorama. This could be the leader of the pack shortly as Johnson comes down to the final corner at the end of Subaru Straight. The checkered flag is out and Johnson takes the Shell Sierra across the line.
Very smooth, very precise.
2:12.89. There's no fox like an old fox, Dick.
Well, the greyer the hairs, I think the faster we go.
You've let Johnny Bower set the fastest times the last couple of days. People were even surprised you hopped in here. You certainly proved it.
No, well, the car feels good. I feel good. Must be all those 3 kilometres I swim every morning.
So here's how the top 10 will line up today. Johnson and John Bower on pole in the Shell Sierra. 2 is Larry Perkins and Steve Harrington in the Bob Jane T-Mart's Commodore. From 3, defending champions Mark Skaife and Jim Richards in the Winfield Nissan. 4 is the Peter Jackson Falcon to be shared by Glenn Seton and Alan Jones. 5, the Holden Racing Team Commodore of Thomas Mazzera and Bradley Jones. Position 6, the second of the Nissans, the GIO GTR of Mark Gibbs and Rowan Onslow. From 7, the 1990 Great Race winners Alan Grice and Win Percy. 8 is perennial favourite Peter Brock and Manuel Reuter in the Mobile 05 Commodore. 9, the remarkable B&H BMW of Johnny Cicotto and Tony Longhurst. And rounding out the 10, the Synovus Vitamin Sierra of Klaus Niedzwitz and Greg Hansford.